Manchester United have managed to hold Chelsea to a draw at the Old Trafford in the game that really proven that Manchester United is really very many way steps back ahead of a team which goes by the names of Chelsea. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David onto this channel in there. In the other news, West Ham is trailing with a goal behind at home. Frankfurt is leading them by 2-1 in there for you, and it's not an easy goal for West Ham in there for you. A dream that they had to play into the UEFA Europa League finale to see to it that they play the Champions League next season might be on the brink of being baffled or bottled by a side which goes by the names of Frankfurt in there for you. And now today, in a game that really came in through, and United really didn't look really well, but I really believe they deserved a point. They really deserved a point in this game, but Chelsea also deserved a win because they created very many chances in the first half especially. They got past especially Alex Telles, and Reece James in the first half was my player of the match because he really got in close to 3 of 5 perfect crosses into the 18 yards box area of Manchester United that forced David De Gea to pull up some saves, Rafael Varane to head the ball out in there, and very many other players of United to come in. But this was all caused by Marcus Rashford's non-tracking back that line. It looks like Marcus Rashford is one of those players that are really tired of Manchester United, and his body language really shows that he is tired of a team which goes by the names of Manchester United in there for you. But Chelsea, with the quality they had on the pitch, they would have done more. They would have done more. And you cannot fail to break down a defense of Manchester United like that and you think that you are really at a farthest level in there. Because if Arsenal can come in and put 3 past it, if Man City can put 5 or 4, Liverpool can put like 4, you get? Then how come you can't put a number of goals past this defense of Manchester United in there? Because we all know that United players have down tools. They are all waiting for next season. They are all waiting for Eric Ten Hag to come in through and do the needful as their next manager in there. So they've down tools, but Chelsea really looks suspect according to me. With the quality of players they have, I'm really worried for them in the finale they are going to play against Liverpool, because it really looks like Liverpool, it's another stage in there. When you look at the game of football they played today, it shows you that there is a very big gap between Man City, Liverpool, and a team which goes by the names of Chelsea, something that Chelsea fans wouldn't want to hear in there, but that's the fact, because this is the game that you're supposed to come in here and do the needful. You played against Arsenal and Arsenal hit you by 4-2. You played against Manchester United and you couldn't go ahead to get yourself a result in there. That is really not good for Chelsea in there for you. Though some positives in there, Reece James is the best positive into this game according to me. When you look at Marcos Alonso, who scored that goal in there, I really believe that he didn't fly on that left flank very well according to me. He's not the kind of person that does really bring in limited crosses. Most of the crosses he used to bring in were deflected off by a man who goes by the names of Diego Dello, who really had one of the fantastic games in this game of football that happened at Old Trafford. But Marcus Alonso, apart from scoring that goal, he was not all that impressive, because in the first half it was very hard for him to come through and get all that space, all that free ball in the 18 yards box area of Manchester United. Reason, because Elanga was tracking back to help Diego Dello, and in this occasion, to help Diego Dello when they bring him. When they bring in Marcus Rashford to come in through to play onto the right wing, who does not track back, it's vice versa. It's vice versa. And if I told you guys don't know, Manchester United has conceded very many goals because of Marcus Rashford, and very few of you might really come in and really give it consent. But if I told you have been watching the games of Manchester United, Marcus Rashford has really costed them goals. And that goal that Manchester United conceded against a side which goes by names of Chelsea, it was courtesy of Marcus Rashford, because if at all he had tracked back, he would have gotten out a player who goes by the names of Marcus Alonso. But Marcus Alonso really had all time to control the ball. He took his time to shoot and he found a perfect touch. And there is no way a player can find a perfect touch when he is really marked in there. And remember, in the 18 box area, the player of Manchester United is in front of that player. Like Rashford would have been in front of Marcos Alonso, but that wasn't the case, and it all went to the back of the net. And Nemanja Matic improvising, lifting that ball up, up above the defenders of Chelsea, and Ronaldo had a good first touch, and the second touch was better in there to give United a point in there for you. But Ronaldo looked disappointed in there for you. He really looked like he wanted a win, because he knows that if at all they had gotten a win, they would have really gotten back to the Champions League rumor that they could even make it to the Champions League in there for you. But Chelsea, all in all, they just want to make themselves comfortable into the third place of the Premier League, because they'll be playing Champions League next season, and they are just playing reservingly to see to it that by the time they play Liverpool in the FA Cup final, they really have some good energy to win that trophy in there. Because they have not won the Premier League, they were beaten on the Carabao Cup final, they were knocked out of the quarter-final of the Champions League by Real Madrid after putting up a very big display in there at the Santiago Bernabeu. Then they are in the FA Cup final, and they are playing a side which goes by the name of Liverpool, an informed team that is beating every team that crosses its side in there, because yesterday Liverpool beat Villarreal by 2-0, and that shows you that one of their foot is into the finale of the Champions League in there. But Thomas Tuchel really brought in his best side into this game. When you see Jorginho and N'Golo Kante into that midfield area, you just get to know that he has really brought all his guns. Something that he didn't against the team which goes by the names of Arsenal. I don't know why, because did he think that Arsenal being beaten close to 3 consecutive games, it was going to be a walkover? I don't know. All that was the reason as why he brought in other players in there. The Christiansen that really gifted the first goal to Edin Nketiah, not as Pliqueta, Sa, who was also a suspect in this game that never brought it to this game. And when he was playing Manchester United, he brought all the tools. And by the way, that diverts me a little from this point I'm talking about to a point of really bringing in Arsenal, that Arsenal is very lucky, guys. When you look at Arsenal when they're playing Leicester City benched almost all its first 11. Tielemans was out, Ndidi was out, Jamie Vardy was out, who else? Patson Daka was out. Very many players were out when Arsenal was playing Leicester City, and Arsenal capitalized and beat Leicester City by 2-0. When Leicester City came at Old Trafford to play Manchester United, they had all their team onto the pitch. You get? So I really believe that there is some kind of luck in there, because that luck has followed Arsenal in the game of Chelsea, because Chelsea never brought its A team in there. Because the midfield had N'Golo Kante and Loftus-Cheek, I remember. Then the defense had Sa and Christiansen in there. And not very many players of Chelsea really featured into this game. So I really believe that chance was on Arsenal's side in there. But Chelsea today came all out with its weapon. They opened their arsenal and they got all their possible weapons and brought them to battle Manchester United. And Thomas Tuchel, in his pre-match press conference, came out and said, you cannot despise Manchester United because of the results and where they are on the table. And you have to come out and respect them, because they're a big team, they have big players, and if at all they step up on the day, you will really see fire in there for you. And Ronaldo did that to them, and Manchester United really managed to get a point, and Chelsea managed to get a point in there for you. I really believe that this point is so much crucial for Manchester United for UEFA Europa League next season in there, because they are playing Brentford on Monday at Old Trafford, a game that I really believe that they are really going to come in here and win. Then Chelsea are comfortably seated in there. I don't believe that there is a team that can really get Chelsea out of the third position, because they are comfortably sat there and they really feel like they are really okay with that position in there. When you look at the table, Chelsea have 66 points, Arsenal have 60 points, and they've played the same number of games, of course, in there. Spurs has 58, United has 55, 3 points ahead of West Ham and 6 ahead of a team which goes by names of Wolves. Wolves has 2 games in hand, and West Ham has a game in hand, of which they are playing Arsenal over the weekend. So we don't know the result that's going to come out of that game in there for you. But if at all you are really a wisher of Manchester United, you just want West Ham to smash Arsenal in there for you, because you know at a point X West Ham will come in and drop points in there for you, because when Arsenal is being beaten, you just get to know that, oh, you are now just 5 points in there, and you know they are going to play Tottenham Hotspur. So United needs to go and sneeze if that Arsenal drops points, and Spurs something that is hard in there for you. Now let's go to the match stats as they really stood out. 6 shots by Manchester United, 21 by Chelsea. And out of those 21, Rich James really had a lot of contribution in there. 3 shots on target for Manchester United, of which Ronaldo registered 1 goal. 6 shots on target by Chelsea, of which Marcos Alonso registered that goal. Then 334 passes completed by Manchester United and 609 passes completed by side which goes by the names of Chelsea. 35% possession by Manchester United, 65 by Chelsea. Yeah, that's it. Chelsea had the lion's share of the possession. Passing accuracy 78 by Manchester United, 88 by Chelsea. Chelsea had a 10% more ball possession than Manchester United. 9 fouls by Manchester United, 12 fouls by Chelsea. 0 yellow cards to Manchester United, 1 to a child side which goes by Chelsea. 0 red cards, 2 offsides for Manchester United, 3 offsides for Chelsea. 2 corners for Manchester United and 9 corners for a side which goes by the names of Chelsea in there. So that's what it went. That's how it went down at Old Trafford as United secured a point in there, and the team which goes by names of Chelsea really also fought its way out and failed to get all the 3 points in there. So guys, feel free to go into the comment section and tell me what you think about Manchester United and Chelsea drawing 1-1 at Old Trafford in there for you. Ronaldo is the best player that has scored very many goals against the top 4 in there. He has scored a total of 8 goals against these teams altogether, and all of those, most of them came against a side which goes by the names of Tottenham. Those a total of 6 goals. I think there are 5. 1 against Chelsea to make it 6. 1 against Arsenal. Yeah. So I really believe that he has really gone ahead to score those goals. So guys, I sign out for now. See you ladies in there.